First Alert meteorologist Carter Martin is here joining us in the Weather Center. It's going to be a lot colder today, too.
It is, and for those few neighborhoods that are dealing with so many trees that have been knocked down or they're half knocked down, it'll be windy, too. Winds gusting 30 to 45 miles an hour. That will not help power crews trying to get everything turned back on and everything cleaned up. So we do still have an impact from the same storm system. Storms may be gone, but a cold wind, a howling breeze in the First Alert forecast the rest of today. Hey, we have the sunshine now, though, so we will enjoy that. 58 in Atlanta, Marietta 57, Lawrenceville 58, hanging on to a little bit of warmth in Athens. Of course, cooler air invading from the west. So Athens, you too will see tumbling temperatures as we get later in the afternoon. Now, we may try to recover in Atlanta to a high of 63. Again, we're 58 now. We may try to warm 5 degrees in early April with full sunshine. Just shows how chilly this air mass actually is. Gainesville 61, Athens 64, Rome 61, Noonan is at 63. Everyone dealing with a gusty breeze through the rest of the afternoon. In fact, the drive home, again, First Alert, not terrible. We're seeing big time improvement, but at least I would say at least a yellow light. If you're driving I-20, for example, you're really going to feel that tug at the steering wheel with winds gusting out of the north and northwest pretty easily 30 to 40 miles an hour. So after school plans, if your student is not on spring break, if you have errands to run, it's the chill and it's the wind that we're contending with. Winds still gusting stronger than 30 miles an hour at dinner time. And this breeze will have a hold on how it feels. As soon as the sun angle gets lower, temperatures will tumble quickly. And with the breeze still blowing, we could knock several degrees off of these temperatures, and that is what it will feel like out the door tomorrow morning. Talk about a shock to the system. Hence that First Alert weather day. 41 in Kennesaw, 41 Douglasville, 43 Forest Park, wake up number 41 in Sugar Hill, 36 in Blairsville, 40 Canton, 38 upper 30s on the west side tomorrow morning, especially chilly in Carrollton. Ryder, you can not only get the current temperature, but what it feels like with that wind factored in at any time in the First Alert weather app. Just scan the QR code upper right hand corner of your screen. Aside from the chill, though, not bad tomorrow morning. 7:20 is sunrise. I think a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures do recover tomorrow afternoon, but not substantially. 57. So First Alert weather day today, because this is simply the first day, the change day that kicks off a stretch of unseasonably cool weather in the First Alert forecast. Chilly and windy Thursday, just a chance of a few sprinkles. Back up to 60 Friday, warming up this weekend. We're cracking 70 Sunday with more sunshine in the forecast. Next rain chance not until next Tuesday or so across Metro Atlanta.